Alright lads, so since it's officially the end of the month, the end of January, we have this month's dev comments giving us a little insight on what many is coming out next month for the month of February. Now I do want to give a quick preface right from the get-go. The stuff announced here isn't entirely new, but it does confirm that we are officially getting them next month. So that's something to look forward to. And at the same time, I also do want to clear up something that we did talk about last month. But with that said, let's have a look at this month's dev comments. In this case, thank you for playing Bleach Brave Souls. This is the dev team. We hope you enjoyed reading the Dev Diary Volume 5. Which released at the beginning of January. Now, in that dev diary, the biggest thing that we got from that was that it potentially confirmed new Spirits are forever with you characters. However, and we did mention in the video, do keep that in mind, it really depends on how you read the message. They said new characters, and that easily could have just been talking about Gin and also Mayuri. And in this case, as they expand on it, as we've written in the dev diary, we have a new Burn the Witch collab planned this year, and we intend on improving the game during 2023 by taking user feedback into consideration. So there's no mention of the Safwi characters they potentially announced in that dev diary, so I probably stand by the other side of the crowd that message that we did get was more so just talking about Gin and Mayuri. And that can also explain why they didn't talk about potential 1000-year Blood War characters, because simply put, they were only talking about characters that were confirmed officially to be coming into the game. We know we're going to get new 1000-year Blood War characters, but in Burn the Witch case, that was already announced to be getting a new banner, and Gin and Mayuri have been announced for like the last 2 or so years. So that's why they only talked about Safwi and also Burn the Witch, because those were 2 banners that were already confirmed to be coming out, and they were more so just reminding us that they are coming out. There's still potential chance that that message did confirm new Safwi characters, but I'm not entirely too sure. For all we know, Gin and Mayuri could just be the last 2, and that's the Safwi collaboration done, and then we can start focusing only on 1000-year Blood War. Speaking of 1000-year Blood War, though, they then mentioned it to make the most out of the announcement that the Bleach TV anime series of 1000-year Blood War will be split into 4 parts. We will continue to work on making Brave Souls a game that people from across the world can enjoy. And I guess now's a decent chance to talk about it. Just a quick reminder for those that aren't aware, it does appear that we're only now getting 1000-year Blood War resurrections when the anime is airing. So expect round 4 of 1000-year Blood War to get resurrected in August, round 5 to be resurrected in September, and round 6 to be resurrected in October. They then mentioned, since we cannot achieve this without your help, we hope that you will continue to share your ideas and suggestions with us via Discord. As always, I do recommend joining the Discord. There is a bunch of feedback channels where you lads can leave feedback, and occasionally Caleb will implement some of those things you do suggest. Now, just because you suggest something doesn't mean that it always gets added. It still comes down to Caleb, wanting to add it, but we have seen in the past, especially in 2022, that some of the ideas that we did suggest were officially added into the game. But then moving on, now we have this month's dev comments. So in this case, upcoming updates. So these are confirmed things coming this February's update, which again, isn't anything super new, but now we have an official date that they are coming next month. The first one is the adjustments to the UI of the notices. They're going to add a button that will allow us to go back to a previous page. Nothing super major, but when we have a lot of celebrations going on, that leads you into a bunch of different pages. Sometimes you have to close the notice and then open it back up, and it's quite long. Having a back button, a simple back button, is actually quite helpful, especially for me that makes content on this game. The second one is going to be held characters displayed in packs and summons. This change will make it easy for players to understand which character they already own or have already strengthened. Now, personally, I didn't really think much of this one, but I do know a lot of people are actually kind of excited for this. More so just to know when you're looking at a summon screen and when you're looking at a pack that you might potentially buy, you'll tell right at a quick glance that you already own certain amounts of characters. And you know what? I'm starting to potentially appreciate this, especially because I do have 2 accounts. Sometimes I lose track on what characters I have on which account. So I'm definitely going to appreciate this. Just knowing right from the get-go, if you already have like every filler in the banner, is quite a good thing in my opinion. And then lastly, adjustment to the skip button in summons. So now when you press the skip button, it outright just skips the entire multi. But in February, after this update, once you press the skip button, it's going to take you right to the next 5-star. This way, you'll still get the surprise of getting the 5-star and you won't skip their summon quote. I've done that many times in the past where like I'm desperate, I'm annoyed, or I just don't think I'm going to get another 5-star. I skip it, and lo and behold, there's the character I wanted, and I kind of just got robbed of that moment because it skipped past it. My most recent example that I can give is 7th Anniversary Uryu. I did some desperate summons off screen. I saw a 5-star. It wasn't the character I wanted, so I skipped it, and I saw Uryu sitting right at the end of the multi. I, of course, was still excited, but if I saw the summon quote, it would have definitely been a bit more exciting. They then end off the dev diary talking about measures against in-game cheating. Obviously, modders are still a problem in this game, whether they're modding guild quests, epic raids, or arena. If you're against one type of modder, you should be against all type of modders. But in this case, they say, thanks to your feedback, we've been able to suspend the accounts of players who were reported to have been cheating. If you lads don't actually keep up to date with this, there's actually been a pretty big, not a big ban wave, but there have been some notable cheaters in the community that have officially been banned. There, of course, are the Guild Quest cheaters that get banned every now and then, but there were some really big cheaters in the Arena game mode that have now been basically dealt with. The two big ones was the art person that was macroing in Arena, and it got to the point that in the leaderboards he made it to the top 10 by macroing. Obviously, it was unfair for those that were on his team, people complained, and recently Caleb did actually ban him or got rid of his trophies. And at the same time, there was another player that was also this time using mods, also was in the top 10 leaderboards, and Caleb have now actually banned him too. But they also do mention here that if you do see anyone modding or cheating in this case, you can always report it to Caleb by going contact us, other inquiries via the setting menu. But with that said, lads, that was basically this month's dev comments, again, for the month of January. In this case, the 3 things mentioned here are coming out in February, that is confirmed. Just small quality type updates, nothing super special, but nice to know they are coming. And I also just wanted to use this video to potentially clear up the potential, new Safri characters. That's still unconfirmed. As of right now, into officially confirmed, Mayuri and Gin do appear to be the last Safri characters, which again might potentially happen sometime next month. But with that said, hope you lads enjoyed the video. I'll see you lads next time. Take care and peace.